Hi everyone. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey into the complex world of trauma, how it shapes our brains, how our memories become tied to strong emotions, and most importantly, how we can heal. My name is Zecharias Adebo. I'm a licensed mental health counselor in the state of Washington and a nationally board certified counselor here in the US. So let's dive in. Trauma, that is a word we often hear, but rarely unpack fully. At its heart, trauma is a distressing experience that can leave deep marks on our minds, bodies, and relationships. Today, we will explore what trauma is, the neuroscience behind how memories and emotions become bound together in the PTSD brain, and most importantly, the pathways to healing. Let's get started. What is trauma? Let's define this. Trauma can be understood as an overwhelming experience that exceeds our capacity to cope. It can happen after a single event like an accident or through prolonged exposure such as ongoing abuse or neglect. The body's natural stress response, often called the fight or flight mechanism, goes into overdrive to keep us safe during the threat. However, when the danger passes, our brains can remain stuck in survival mode, creating long-term mental, emotional, and physical consequences. Now, let's look how memories and emotions connect in the PTSD brain. And post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, certain parts of the brain play significant roles in how memories are formed, emotionally tagged. Let's take a closer look. The first one we look at is amygdala. Think of this as your alarm system. It processes emotions like fear, signals the body to respond to threats. In PTSD, the amygdala becomes overactive, constantly warning you of danger, even when you are safe. The second one is hippocampus. This region helps organize and store memories, placing them in the correct time context. When trauma overwhelms you, the hippocampus struggles to do its job, leaving memories feeling as if they are happening in the now rather than in the past. The third one is prefrontal cortex, or this part of the brain. So prefrontal cortex, which is the rational decision-making center of the brain, it helps you regulate emotions and evaluate threats. Under severe stress, its activity can decrease, making it harder to calm down or reassess a traumatic memory logically. When these three areas are out of balance, traumatic memories and their intense emotions stay live wired, causing flashbacks, nightmares, and hypervigilance. What is the impact on the individual? Let's look at the individual, the family, and the community, what trauma does. So for those living with trauma, the emotional and physical toll can be profound. Anxiety, depression, and PTSD symptoms are common, as is a deep sense of shame or guilt. Physically, unprocessed trauma can contribute to chronic pain, fatigue, or stress-related conditions. Without intervention, these effects may limit a person's ability to function at work, pursue their goals, or maintain healthy relationships. Now, let's look at what the impact on family is. The impact on family, which trauma rarely stays contained. Parents coping with unresolved trauma can inadvertently pass that stress to their children, who may sense something is wrong but not fully understand it. This can manifest as behavioral issues, anxiety, or struggles with emotional regulation. Partners and spouses may also bear the burden, leading to strained communication or increased conflict. Healing the family system often involves educating everyone on the effects of trauma and working together to rebuild trust and safety. What is the impact on community? Let's look. When trauma touches many individuals within a community, such as in the case of natural disaster, violence, or systemic discrimination, it can erode social bonds. People may withdraw or distrust one another, hindering collective resilience. School dropout rates, unemployment, and substance abuse can increase. But here, too, intervention and community support can foster healing and bring people together. Now, let's focus on the solutions. The good news is there are interventions and also there is healing. So, what can be done to address the lasting effects of trauma, especially the way it locks in our memories and emotions? One powerful intervention is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, or we call it EMDR. During EMDR, you focus on traumatic memories while engaging in bilateral stimulation, like following a therapist's moving finger or a light. This process helps the brain recatalog the memory, reducing its emotional charge and placing it in the proper context. Other therapeutic methods like trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy, or the TFCBT, and mindfulness-based stress reduction, the MBSR, also supports the brain's ability to regulate emotions and restructure how memories are stored. For families, therapy focused on communication, emotional support can mend broken bonds. In the community, trauma-informed practices in schools or workplace, faith-based organizations like churches help cultivate understanding and resilience. Support groups and mentoring programs create social networks where people feel safe to share and heal. Now let's recap. We've seen how trauma can shape our brains, bind memories to intense emotions, ripple through every aspect of our lives. Yet the brain is also incredibly adaptive. It can learn, heal, and find balance again. Through interventions like EMDR, trauma-informed therapy, and community support, we can gradually loosen the grip trauma has on our minds and bodies. If you or someone you know is struggling with trauma, remember that help is available. You deserve support, understanding, and the chance to heal. Before you go, please hit the subscribe button to stay updated on future content. If you found this video helpful, like it and share it with someone who might benefit. Your support truly helps spread awareness and hope. Thank you for joining me today. Take care and